Let's bring in Peter Gaynor now. He's the acting Secretary of Homeland Security. Sir, thank you for being here this afternoon. So many questions for you. I'm sure a lot of people were shocked to hear that was Major General William Walker there talking about, out of an abundance of caution, that they're going to be making sure that the right people are in that security bubble. Why was it decided to then look into the backgrounds of absolutely every troop member that is in D.C. right now, all 20,000 plus of them?
Well, first of all, I think everyone is rightfully sensitive and wants to make sure they leave no stone unturned. And, given the time, given the situation, given the 6th of January, the FBI and others decided this would be a prudent move. And again, I served in the military for 26 years. I have the highest confidence in the men and women that wear a uniform. I was up there on Capitol Hill yesterday with the Secretary of Defense. Truly impressive about the dedication and enthusiasm of the young National Guard men and women up there defending their nation.
We're happy to hear that, of course, and we agree that they're the best in the world, our troops. Has there been any evidence that there is any plans of some sort of insider attack?
I have not heard any of that. There is some chatter out there on the internet about those that seek to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power on the 20th, and the FBI and the Secret Service and all our partners, the intel community, are looking into that to make sure that, again, no stone unturned when it comes to somebody thinking about threatening the peaceful transfer of power.
Was any of this a show, or do you believe 25,000 National Guard troops were needed to secure the Capitol and secure Inauguration Day?
So again, I think after the 6th of January, everyone is on heightened senses, heightened alert. What happened on the 6th is absolutely uncalled for. It's horrible in our history, and to make sure that again we have peaceful transfer of power on the 6th. We want to make sure that we don't wish we didn't go far enough.
Okay.
Again, impressive array of men and women out there ready to make sure that transfer happens peacefully.
Absolutely, and we hope for a very safe and successful Inauguration Day.
We do.
Mark Morgan, acting CBP commissioner, was on Fox News Channel earlier today talking about this migrant caravan that is heading for our southern border right now. Watch.
You've got a combination of open border advocates that are organizing these caravans and actually encouraging and driving the immigrants to participate, to risking their lives. In addition to that, you have the cartels and the human smugglers that are doing the same thing. They're fueling the perception that our borders will be open.
So we're waiting to see what the Biden administration plans are to handle this. But in the meantime, they're sending a message. Now is not the time. The situation at the border is not going to be transformed overnight. What are you hearing the Biden administration plans to do with that migrant caravan heading for our southern border?
I can't say that I've talked to the Biden transition team on any of this particular topic. What I can tell you, though, is the 240,000 men and women of the Department of Homeland Security out there along the border, Customs and Border Patrol, true professionals. They've seen this before. They've handled it before. We have contingency plans to deal with it. And, we are ready in Washington, D.C., and we're ready across the nation to defend the safety and security of the nation.
What do you think when you see those pictures?
Well, again, I think, we have seen this before. We will deal with it in time. And again, my focus here in the next couple days is really focused on Washington, D.C., make sure that, again, all the 200 partners, the 27,000 National Guard, 14,000 law enforcement officials, 5,000 DOD providing technical assistance are all synchronized to make sure, again, on the 20th, it is peaceful and uneventful.
Final question to you. President Trump warned last week that the Biden administration is going to end his policies and some of the incentives that they're going to put out there is going to lead to a, quote, tidal wave of illegal immigration. Do you believe that to be the case as well?
Yeah, again, I've been in this job for 7 days now, and I don't have a deep background in immigration. I came from emergency management, and my focus is on the 20th. So I'll leave that to the true experts to unravel what may or may not happen.
Okay.